All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this training. I'm trying a different style. Tell me what you think about it. But my team and I created this presentation real quick to show you how to finally buy a business. 2024. It's June right now when I'm recording this, and I'm telling you, I'm seeing so many opportunities out there. And if at any point in your life you wanted to buy a business, this is the time. I mean, so many business owners are just tired, they want to sell. So today I want to give you the steps. So let's go through this. So first of all, why buy companies? Tons of baby boomers retire, and if you don't know that, some people call it the biggest transfer of wealth of our lifetime, right? So you can access existing assets, clients, products, much lower risk than starting from scratch. Actually, the SBA loan stats are showing that less than 1% of deals being done with SBA are being defaulted, which means that most deals are successful. People make money with it, assuming that they can close a deal or find a deal and analyze the deal and close the deal. Those are the biggest challenges of why people are not closing the deal. So, what are the immediate benefits of buying companies? Happy customers. If you ever started a business, you know how difficult it is to find customers to create a product in the first place. So you get yourself into established brands, proven products. Some of those businesses that are looking to sell they literally exist for like 20, 30 years, and the owner is just tired. They don't want to be in the business anymore. And you can get into those businesses. They have hundreds, if not thousands of reviews, product that is proven, and the owner pretty much tried to improve the product forever, right? So while listening to me, to us, so I went from barely knowing English, some would say I still don't know English and my accent is weird, that's okay, to doing almost $1 billion, or some would say plus. It depends if you consider our advisory deal plus our deals that we've been part of, but let's say that around $1 billion in acquisitions in any sector you can think of. And we have a global network of buyers, sellers, and investors. So I don't care where you're at in the world, we've probably been involved in deals there. I'm talking US, UK, Canada, Australia, places in South America and Eastern Europe and Africa and Panama. Well, that's Central America. And yeah, weird places as well. But right now, I mean, most of our focus is US based, but just to give you an idea, like we've been involved in tons, we've seen a lot in pretty much any sector you can think of. Like I could give you a sector, like at this point, probably almost 100 different sectors. Anyway, my promise to you today is I'll teach you how to do the same. I can't obviously do the work for you, and I won't be able to look at your deals after this video or connect you with my network, which obviously is helpful, but I'll show you as much as I can. So yeah, quick introduction. My name is Moran Pober. I've been an entrepreneur for almost 20 years now. Top 100 app was kind of my first successful, like I'd say super successful business. I was an entrepreneur before that, but yeah, that was like the wow moment. Like I made it kind of moment. I was a VC partner and a holdco partner. Now I'm an investor and founder of rollups.com and acquisitions.com, and also investor actually in some pretty cool tech companies, AI and whatnot. If you want to, I might talk about it in the channel at some point if you're interested. But yeah, subscribe if you're not. That will be helpful for my small and unique and concierge and exclusive channel. And if I ever added value to you, leave a nice comment. It might help another guy reading it who is about to give up. So many people are thinking about getting into this world of business or buying businesses and they just give up. They think it's too difficult, but I mean, good luck trying to start a business. Trust me, I've been involved in starting businesses. I'm still involved in starting businesses. It's 10 times harder, literally, especially if you're coming up with a unique idea. So 3 steps to buy business. Just buy business. Cash flow from day one. 3 steps. You find deals, you analyze deals, you finance deals. And in the bonus for today, I'll show you how to transition into passive ownership or exit. So kind of like to finish the cycle of acquisitions. Master those steps, especially the first 3 steps: find, analyze, finance, and you could do amazing deals. Like right now, with one of our accelerator members closing on a multi-million dollar, I think they've done like 20 million in revenues, IT deals, super good one. So yeah, it's just incredible on what's possible. And who knows, I might be your investor, or I might be involved in your roll-up after you buy your first business. So how do you find deals? We use different methods. We like the most right now LinkedIn, emails. Like we really mastered those two. Brokers, obviously, and we just started our own advisory firm at acquisitions.com, which is kind of like a, would say next level brokerage because people actually understand a bit of business better than most. I don't want to say bad things on brokers, but yeah, our advisors are learning a ton and they will understand and know a lot about business. So if you want to become an advisor and make money from connecting deals, let us know as well. Additional methods: cold call, door knocks, personal brand. I can tell you personally, some of the deals that came to me through my personal brand, I have a pretty small one compared to others out there, is incredible and is worth it. Like even if I'm getting hundreds of views per video, it's still worth it. Like I'm getting amazing, um, yeah, amazing messages from this. So this is how we find deal. Next step, we need to analyze those deals. So here are some of the things to look into. First of all, you need to look into the key financial metrics, right? So what is the purchase price? What's the EBITDA? And what's the EBITDA multiple? EBITDA, in short, is kind of like a way to say pre-tax profit. Then financing deals, the details. So you need to understand what loan percentage you're going to get, what's the seller financing percentage, and what's the equity injection. So I might actually go through a simple financial model that we're using that I just created that I really like. It's a very simple one. I bet you just come here. I can say I look to buy the business for 4 million. Oh, that's 400,000. EBITDA is 1 million, and that's the last 12 months or last 3 years average, and that's the multiples, right? Then we're putting the loan, so that's kind of like what the bank is willing to give us. Let's say it's 90%, let's say it's on a 11% interest rate, and as you can see, everything is auto populate. And let's say the seller is willing to finance 10%, right? And let's say we don't need equity because we get everything from the bank and the seller. Or yeah, some would say, hey, you need to, the bank won't give you everything. It could be the case. Then we might need to come up with 5%. That can come from an investor or, your 401k or your family or friends or suppliers or employees of different companies, or just do your outreach. Like we're just having outreach methods to find investors as well. Anyway, this module can quickly give us the total debt service, which in this case is around 600,000 a year. This is the debt service coverage ratio you should get familiar with if you're looking to buy businesses, which ideally one is a rule of thumb to be at least 1.5. Otherwise, banks won't really like to talk to you, which keeps you almost 400,000 a year in your pocket before taxes, which is pretty good. So that's kind of like really quick way to analyze deals. Like I can probably talk about analyzing deals and look at the financials for 10 more hours, but this is a simple way to look into it. Then back to looking at the debt service and cash flow, right? So you want to understand what's your loan, debt service, seller financing, debt service, and your yearly cash flow post debt service. That's kind of like what we showed here, right? So kind of like your this number and this number, and to make sure that the numbers make sense. Otherwise, you don't want to put yourself into too much of a stress with too much debt to pay, because unless you're like a superstar business guy, then you're gonna make yourself, you don't want difficult life. You don't have to. Here are some of the questions we want to ask ourselves that are outside financial analysis, right? So I would love to know, is this business scalable, or I'm just buying a local mom and pop shop? Is there any uniqueness in the service or the product? Is this product that someone's buy once and that's it, he'll never come back to the business? Or there's like a recurring revenue module to the business where someone basically can't live without the product or service? I want to know about the leadership. I want to do a deep dive into them and understand who are those people. Are they good people? Are they experts? Basically, are they kind of like A players? What about their marketing strategies? I definitely want to learn about that. I want to learn about how reliable the revenue stream is. To just give you an idea, some of the deal we're looking into right now, I said, is an IT deal with government contracts for the next 5 years. So that quality of revenues is much higher than, let's say, a business that's, I don't know, selling random trendy gadgets that are not necessarily going to be around next year, and it's a one-time purchase, right? So something to think about. Then I will want to do a deep dive on understanding the customers. So, are they happy? Will they recommend the product or service to others? Is there any process to improve customer feedback in the business? I would love to know that, even if it doesn't necessarily going to put a red flag for not buying the business, but it's more about me seeing what's possible to improve in the business. I want to understand the growth opportunities. So, can I go to different markets? Can I create new products? Are there any cross-selling opportunities? Let's say that I buy a business and I buy a business that is complementary to mine. I want to understand what are the cross-selling opportunities. So, when I integrate post-acquisition, I can immediately execute on those things to create more profit that is going to go to the bottom line. Like, if you're going to create, if you can create like 10% extra sales, or 20% from cross-selling, I mean, the increase in your bottom line is just crazy. So it's definitely something you want to think about when you're looking at deals. You don't want to rely on it, but you definitely want to look into it. Monopoly or not, with small businesses, it's very difficult to have a monopoly, but I want to understand what's the differentiation message to the market. What are the unique selling points? Like, why would someone buy from this business versus their competitors? I want to know how dependent the business is on the owner. So I will figure out what are the key activities in each department and how things are being delegated or not. Like, let's say a customer is calling the business, is he asking for the owner, or are there team members that are producing some process that is more reliable than the actual owner? I definitely want to know if there's any key one person risk there, because if the person's going to leave, I'm screwed. Employees, I want to know what people are doing to have a retention plan with the employees. What are they doing overall to reduce dependency on any one person, employee, supplier, customer? Like with this, there's one business I'm advising on where I won't go too much into the deal. I'll just say that it's a manufacturing company that's selling to their only client. So their only client is basically looking to buy them. They made actually an amazing offer, but they're in due diligence for like a year. And it's not really due diligence because they know everything about the business because they're their only client. But it's just a nightmare because they're so dependent on that person, on that one client, because that's 100% of their revenues. And at the same time, that's the buyer right now. It's a bit tricky. So that's why if I see a company with a P&L for revenues of just one client, it's just super, super tricky. So we need to be aware of it. I would rather have thousands of clients, each have a small percentage of the revenues. Cash flow management, I want to understand, are there any accelerated payments or anyone ever negotiated terms with suppliers? Because just those two changes, like getting payments faster from clients and negotiate terms with suppliers for better terms, can increase cash flow like crazy. So again, I look at those things not to necessarily decide of not buying the business, but it's more about what are the opportunities as soon as I buy. And bonus, how do you sell? So it's something you can think about from the moment you're looking to buy is what's your exit strategy, which is, first of all, who are the potential buyers? How do you find the potential buyers? You find potential buyers based on the revenue and profit of the business. So based on the size of your revenue and profit, you could then target who is the potential buyer. Because let's say you're doing 10 million in revenues, most likely a business doing a million in revenues won't be your ideal target. I mean, they might be able to pull something off, but usually it's going to be bigger businesses. Usually companies doing at least 3, 4, 5 times more. I will look into existing deals in the sector to help me make an offer and to also help me plan a strategy. So let's say if I buy a business doing 1 million EBITDA for 4 times multiples, I will want to know what businesses, let's say doing 2 million in EBITDA, are being sold for. Like, can I go out there and then sell that same business for higher multiple because I grew the profit in the next 1, 2, 3 years, right? So that's the smart strategy and thinking. Obviously, life after sale, personal attachment to the business, those are some of the things that you'll want to think of. Like, are you attached to the business? It depends on the person also. Some entrepreneurs are like artists. They don't really, I mean, they're not, I would say even for me right now, I found that I'm more of an artist. I just like the business, but some people are just more logical and they just care about the numbers and bring in numbers and good operations. And that's kind of like their that's what gets them excited. So you need to understand where you at in that spectrum? Do you care about the work and just building art, or do you care about just being optimized as much as possible, getting the best return and whatnot? There's both sides are okay. I think that it's great to have a balance, but all of us are inclined to be more of the other usually. Why would someone sell? You would sell, or why would usually business owners sell? Usually it's a health issue, burnout, family, just opportunities, market timing, diversification. I can tell you, I just got an offer for one of the businesses I own, and I consider it just because I have tons of opportunities, and it's kind of like just making a decision. Sometimes not necessarily because of um, burnout, but it just you have more exciting things you want to do, and if someone's willing to buy you, it's kind of like you you can never not consider it. Let's just say that, right? And life after the exit. Hopefully, I wish all of you will have some kind of an exit event in your life and a capital event. Then you could think about philanthropy, new business, hobbies. I would suggest you definitely think about your next thing. Like I had a period in my life for almost a year, more than a year actually. I pretty much did nothing but just um, call it drinking cocktails on the beach, and it's almost like I wanted to shoot myself at some point. It's like I think we're born to create, we're born to do stuff, we're born to yeah, to be our best self so we could serve. And I think if we're not doing that, we're getting depressed. We feel like we don't do what we're here to do in this life. So something to think about. But yeah, I know it's kind of like rich people's problems. Hopefully you could get there and make your own decisions. Um, some are the exit options that you have are full sale, partial sale, liquidation. It's your decision. I just talked to one of our accelerator members. She got an offer. Don't get me on the details. I think it was there's a negotiation there between 30 million valuation and 18 million valuation between like an asset purchase and an enterprise value type investment. So those are the different. And sorry, and what I was about to say, the deal is for 49% of the deal, or 51, one of those. So that's one of the things you could do when you, after you buy a business, you don't necessarily have to sell 100% of the business. You can sell part of the business and then take some money home and continue to grow the business if you like it with a new partner. Especially if it's strategic, it would be a great decision. Financial consideration, minimum amount for exit, professional valuation. So you definitely want to think about what's your number, right? I think all of us need to have some kind of a number. So if you don't have a number, definitely something to think about. Like at this point for me, my number is just don't stop. It's not about the number, it's more about what can I play so it's fun and fulfilling and can be the most impactful. Um, but I think at some point, I think the number for everyone should be at least 6 million, because then let's say 4% of that could get you a pretty nice lifestyle. Pretty much everywhere I've been in the world, like if you have 20,000 a year, 20,000 a month, sorry, assuming you get 4%, hopefully I get the math right, something like that, then you're living pretty good, assuming you don't need to do anything, you don't need to do work, but you're doing it for the sake of, then you're making decisions, not because you have to, but because you want to. I think it's a place I hope all of you will get to. Some of the terms or the roles you'll have is if you're going to sell your business, people will look at you to lend money, kind of like you're going to do seller financing or earnouts, or ask you to be a consultant for a period of time. It's something that is expected, so you need to prepare yourself for that as well when you're going to get to an exit. And obviously, say thank you to your employee, transitioning yourself out of the business. And remember your employees. At the end of the day, I've never seen a good business without good employees. If you think you can build or buy and operate an amazing business on your own, you're just delusional. So yeah, always remember and find a way to reward your team, because as much as you think, or I'm talking to myself or all of us, as much as we think we're smart, without a team, you can't really build a meaningful business. And yeah, have personal reflection, right? Don't stop your goals. Even if you're going to sell a business, don't stop. Don't stop. So, how much time? We're almost 20 minutes in. Hopefully it added some value to you guys. If you like this and you need my help and my team's help with acquisitions, and again, we've been involved in almost $1 billion worth of transactions. We can help you with anything. If you want to buy a business, sell a business, or becoming an advisor for us, We just started our acquisition.com advisory firm, so just look at the bottom here and you could find the right links. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments what you think if you're still watching. And yeah, appreciate you. See you soon. Take care.